Hi there everyone. Welcome to Body Language Interpreted. Aman here. Let's have a look at Hritik Roshan and his alleged affair with Kangana Ranaut. The alleged affair between Hritik Roshan and Kangana Ranaut has been one of Bollywood's most controversial and widely discussed topics in the media, particularly between 2016 and 2017. Speculation about a relationship between Hritik and Kangana began circulating after she referred to her silly ex in an interview. It was widely assumed she was talking about Hritik. She claimed she had been in a romantic relationship with him. She alleged that they had correspondence via email and that he had proposed to her in Paris. Hritik denied any romantic involvement. He filed a legal notice against Miss Ranaut for defamation. Hritik claimed that the emails she received were from an imposter, pretending to be him. He also filed a cybercrime complaint to track down the sender of the emails. The case became a media circus with leaked emails, interviews, and legal documents being made public. Mumbai Police Cyber Cell eventually found no concrete evidence of a romantic relationship or that Mr. Roshan sent the emails to Miss Ranaut. The imposter theory was never definitively proven, and the case fizzled out legally. The following is from The Nation Wants to Know with Arnab Goswami, during which Hritik Roshan finally spoke up about the controversy in 2017.
So was there a relationship? Again, I'm asking you, was there any relationship?
No.
The people are saying now, Hritik, that there cannot be, there are broad generalizations being made.
Yeah, there was no relationship.
Like there cannot be smoke without fire.
Yeah, well, fact is stranger than fiction, I guess. I don't know.
There was no relationship. Nothing remotely romantic.
No.
What struck me about the interview was Hritik Roshan's refusal to say Kangana Ranaut's name. He referred to her as the lady at one point. I believe the name Kangana carried emotional weight, in the form of fear, pain, attachment, or conflict. When Arnab Goswami asked the question, was there a relationship? Hritik responded with a serious, no. His body language revealed a desire to distance himself. He appeared to be feeling uncomfortable, cautious, and defensive. His pursed lips suggested disapproval, hesitation, internal disagreement, guilt, or conflict. He did not like the questions and did not want to answer. His limbic system showed signs of stress as he tried to think quickly and wanted the interaction to be over. He appeared to be threatened by the questions and did not want to tell the truth. This is not to say he was necessarily lying, but more so avoiding something. When Hritik stated there was no relationship, he demonstrated classic cues of internal disagreement which occur when a person does not fully mean what they are verbally agreeing to. He seemed to be mentally pushing back against what he was hearing and processing something he did not like, whilst trying to mask his true reaction. In one instance, he was momentarily stressed and overwhelmed and reacted by pulling away and creating space for himself. After he said fact is stranger than fiction, when he looked up at Arnab, there was a micro-expression of contempt in his eyes. The contempt was an internal emotional reaction, which he soon suppressed with judgment and/or superiority. This was interesting because this occurs when someone wants to assert psychological dominance. He looked back at Arnab with an obvious decision to confront or re-engage, switching from internal processing to outward expression. When he stated nothing remotely, he continued to appear stressed from being confronted and was suppressing a stronger reaction as he did not want matters to escalate.
What happened during the shooting of Krish 3?
I wonder if my need to please my actors may have led her on in some way. I don't know.
Like what?
Just it's just something that I'm wondering, and if sending a smiley face or if she was doing a somersault on the beach and she managed to, in her training, and she managed to do something amazing as a feat, she used to send that to me, a video of that, and I used to compliment her to the skies and like, wow, so I don't know if that is a That's all I did. That's all I did. If that has caused all of this, then I guess I'm at fault.
So what you're saying is that you were trying to please all your actors on your set. You were being professional to her. You were being encouraging to her.
It's like when you're the host and you're at it's your party.
Yeah.
It's going to be extra nice.
No, but was there a relationship? That's not a relationship, Hritik.
No, there was no relationship. This was it.
At the most, a smiley or a response to a video sent.
Complimentary words, smileys, and yeah.
Complimentary or flirtatious, if I can ask you directly. Was there anything flirtatious?
No.
When asked what happened during the shooting of Krish 3, Hritik gave a negative evaluation with his facial expression. He seemed to be rehearsing a response whilst holding back a reaction. His nervous system at that point was probably aroused by restrained anger, frustration, and irritation. After being deep in thought, he brought up, "Just something I am wondering." Leading up to this, he was trying to organize difficult thoughts or feelings before speaking. There was a temporary withdrawal and a verbal placeholder to calm his emotions or to build courage. When he talked about the exchange of videos and compliments as part of the team of Krish 3, he was confident about what he was saying and wanted Anub to follow and understand his point. His body language appeared to resign when he said, "That's all I did," giving off the impression that I have said what I needed to say, so now the pressure is off. This was confirmed by the laugh, which was an emotional release and a feeling of completion. Anub persisted, reiterating the question, "Was there a relationship?" Hritik responded no, there was no relationship, followed by a micro-expression of concern or worry. The question touched something sensitive, triggering a brief emotional reaction. Hritik restated, "This was it," followed by silence and turning up of his nose. I was careful as Hritik has prominent nostrils generally, but the definite sneer interpreted as, "I have said no, and I do not want to discuss it further." The contempt and disgust observed was him communicating, "This is beneath me and I feel irritated at the question as well as insulted by it." When asked about the smileys, Hritik gave a micro-expression of rage before he answered. It is important to mention that micro-expressions reveal emotion, not intent. When asked whether his interactions with Kangana were complimentary or flirtatious, he appeared to be buying time, a classic avoidance or withdrawal gesture often linked to withholding or doubt.
So what happened during the shooting of Krish 3? Tell me in detail.
Also, I also found Kangana a very, very shy person. She was very, very shy. She never spoke. We never even got to a point where we had a conversation, like a proper conversation.
But you were friendly. In 2012, you invited Kangana for your sister's birthday party. In 2013, you, your then wife, and your parents attended her birthday party.
Yeah, of course.
And September 2013, Kangana attended your father's birthday party. What was your dynamic with Kangana in this period, 2011, 12, 13? All of this is
that's
now...
my team.
All of this is
This is while we are shooting for my film, and I would invite them and hug them like they are my team, whether it's the actors, whether it's Vivek or, I mean, those were all moments of celebration. I'm a very proud person when my team is together working towards a vision. Krish 3 was the most difficult challenge of our lives. And to have that support from my actors was very, very encouraging.
No, was there something more than that? Was there something, again,
No,
I'm asking you again,
no.
because it is being said here now, and when you're going through the chronology, let's go through, it's being said here now that all of this could not have happened. There's no smoke without fire. Look here, they're going to each other's birthday parties. Their family members are calling each other home.
Birthday parties.
Well, they're going...
Well, there are 100 people who are invited.
Did you mark her out for special attention?
I don't think she was invited for any other birthday parties where the films were not under production, which just shows you that this was something that was during the production of a film, and when you're doing a film and you have a celebration, a birthday or whatever, and you're calling more than 100 people, you make sure that you include your team.
I have studied Mr. Roshan's body language baseline. He asserts an upright posture, shoulders slightly back and head level. He maintains strong eye contact, with intention and warmth, showing both focus and sincerity. His eyes tend to be expressive, often softening when he listens. His voice has a smooth baritone quality, delivered with measured pacing. When Hritik talked about Kangana herself, There were elements of anger, resentment, and moral disapproval towards her. He nodded his head whilst saying the word never, which was unconscious agreement with denial. The question is, why was he torn or uncomfortable with his denial? On the topic of invites, Hritik seemed to be searching for the right words and holding back to give a more polished response. He appeared to understand what was being asked but did not agree with the question, as his rapid darting eyes revealed anxiety and pressure. When explaining his professional dynamic with Kangana, Hritik gave off a hint of defensiveness and superiority with the microsmirk, which quickly disappeared. Anub asked, "Was there something more than that?" Hritik laughed, but the laugh was not because the question was funny, it was a managed smile which signaled composure. He felt challenged and, in my opinion, was balancing honesty with diplomacy. When Hritik brought up, "no smoke without fire," it was a loaded idiom as a shift away from a clear yes or no answer towards justification. For Hritik, saying such a thing was an emotional release and a dismissal gesture towards the conflict between what he was feeling and what he was willing to say. He aimed to move past the topic without expanding on it. When there was mention of invites being professional, he appeared to maintain eye contact for longer. As he spoke about the making of the films, he was actively trying to appear credible while avoiding commitment. He stuck to speaking about professional relationships and maintained eye contact while dodging a direct question. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching. For more content like this, please do like, comment and subscribe. Until next time, farewell.